You ever noticed how we all have that one little word we just lean on? For a lot of us, it's very, very good, very bad, very interesting. But what if I told you that little crutch word is actually making your language a bit weaker, a little less impactful? Well, today we're doing it. We are officially breaking up with very and finding some awesome new words to take its place.
Okay, honest question time. Are you a word bore? Do you ever feel like you're just stuck in a vocabulary rut? Come on, we've all been there. It is so easy to fall into the trap of using the same words over and over. But here's the great news. It is a super simple habit to break. And once you do, you're going to sound so much more confident, so much more fluent. Instantly.
So here's the secret sauce, right? The word very can make your English sound, well, kind of basic, but we're going to fix that. Swapping it out for a stronger, more precise word is honestly one of the quickest ways to level up your speaking skills. So in this little explainer, we're going to dive into 10 fantastic alternatives. You ready? Let's do this. All right, first up on the chopping block. Very boring. Instead of that, try this. Dull. It's simple, it's sharp, and it's just better. See, dull doesn't just tell you something is boring, it makes you feel it. It's like all the color and excitement has been drained away. So you could say something like, the party I went to last night was quite dull. You hear that? It just sounds so much more final, doesn't it? It's a tiny change, but man, it carries so much more weight than just very boring. Okay, so we've gone from a dull party to one that's way too loud. Instead of saying very noisy, let's upgrade to deafening. I love this word. It's not just about how loud something is, it's about the impact of that sound. You know, when it's so loud you can practically feel it vibrating in your chest, that's deafening. Think about it. You're in the car with a friend and they've got the music cranked up. You could just say, hey, could you turn that down? It's deafening. See how that immediately gets the point across? It's urgent. Very noisy, just doesn't have that same punch.
Next up, very funny. Now, we all know the word hilarious, right? But how often do we actually use it? It's the perfect swap for something that makes you genuinely, laugh out loud.
And what's cool is it can be used in other ways too. Like, check out this sentence. You think this is hilarious? I'm in a huge mess here. In this case, it's not funny at all. It's totally sarcastic, dripping with frustration. Super versatile.
All right, let's switch gears from emotions to pure power. Instead of very strong, how about forceful? This one's great because it's not just about being strong. It implies there's an active, deliberate power behind it. There's impact.
Just listen to this. A forceful storm. You can almost picture it, can't you? It creates this super vivid, kind of intimidating image in your head. Very strong storm just falls flat in comparison. So what could that forceful storm be threatening? Maybe something very small. A much more elegant way to say this is petite. Now, I know we usually use this for people, but it works great for objects too, especially when they're small in a kind of delicate or charming way. Imagine you're house hunting and you see this listing. You'd say, $1 million for this petite house? No way, that's way too much. See? The word petite just perfectly nails that small, maybe even cute size of the house, which makes that price tag seem absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so from a petite house, let's think about who might live there. Instead of saying someone is very weak, we can use a much more descriptive word, frail. This word really paints a picture. It suggests a very delicate, fragile kind of weakness. You know, the kind you might see in someone who's elderly or unwell. Listen to this image. His frail hands could hardly hold a cup. Wow, that one word, frail, it just paints such a clear picture and it makes you feel something, right? A sense of empathy. Very weak just can't do that. Okay, let's talk about those moments when you're just frustrated. Instead of calling something very stupid, try idiotic. It just lands with so much more impact. It's a real gut punch of a word. For example, it was idiotic of you to leave the safe open. Using idiotic here really drives home how bad the decision was. It highlights the severe lack of judgment and the huge potential consequences. Have you ever been very confused? Well, here's a much smarter sounding word for you, perplexed. When you're perplexed, it means you are just completely baffled, usually by something that's really complex or just makes no sense. So you could say, I was totally perplexed after reading all those different reports. It just perfectly captures that feeling of your brain being tied in knots by conflicting information, right? Okay, what about when you're very afraid? A really solid, more articulate replacement is simply fearful. It's a great word that just means you're filled with fear. Simple as that. And here's an example that's super relevant right now. Parents these days are fearful about their children's screen time. It just captures that modern anxiety perfectly, you know? It makes the word feel totally current and precise. And for our last one, instead of saying very often, just swap in frequently. They mean the exact same thing, but frequently just sounds so much smoother, so much more polished, whether you're talking or writing. It just fits right into a normal sentence, like, I frequently visit my parents on weekends. See? Simple swap, and you instantly sound a little more articulate. And boom, here it is, your very own vocabulary cheat sheet. On the left, you've got all those basic very phrases we're ditching, and on the right, your 10 powerful new upgrades. Seriously, this is the main takeaway. Start sprinkling these into your conversations, and I promise you, you'll immediately hear the difference. Your English will just sound more descriptive, more precise, and way more confident. So I've got a question for you. What's the first very phrase you're going to upgrade? Don't try to learn them all at once. Just pick one word from this list, and make a point to use it today. You're going to be shocked at how much it changes the way you sound.